Hello everyone. In this video, I am actually going to share you a few things which are really important for you if you are interested to make the career in coding, or maybe you are interested to learn a bit of coding. So I have learned about 17 technologies in 3 years. So how I learned and what I what was the process. So I will be showing you all the steps so that you get to know that how much struggle I did and how much easy this is to learn. Because in a lot of time, people just see the code and then get discouraged that they cannot learn at all. All right. So this is not the thing. So basically, I started my coding in my college. So when I was in my engineering, then I was watching some lectures from online and was also practicing from other platforms like HackerRank on the W3 schools. And later on, I have also participated in some contests, and there I won few prizes as well. So in that way, I was getting some appreciation. All right. Then after I started working with as a Google Facilitator, because of that coding skill, I was good in algorithms specifically, like data structure and all. So because of that, I got the opportunity to work as a Google Facilitator, and because of that, I was just teaching the people that how you can learn to code and how you can make Android apps in a simplest possible way. So in that way, I was getting more inspiration from my inner side. Why? Because I was just teaching others, and I had the mindset that coding is the only thing which is much more practical. As you know that in the culture of education, we are not able to see the people who are more practical. Why? Because they are just addicted towards the ranking. I mean, they are thinking that if we are getting good ranks, we are getting good marks in the specific class or specific standard, then they are getting success. But that is not true. The culture now is that if you have more skills, you will be getting more opportunities to grow. So as you have heard about that, if you want power, then you must have knowledge. If you will learn more, you will earn more. So that is quite true. Why? Because if you have multiple skills, then of course you will have much more opportunities. There are a lot of other people who will be connecting with you because you are capable of helping them. So in the same way, I also did the same thing. And after my college, I get placed in a company that was software company. So in that company, for the first 6 months, I got the training from the professionals. So what I learned was like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, and basic PHP. So these were the things which I started first of all. And as you know that I was getting the training from the professionals, so they were not teaching like we are learning in the school or colleges. They were just giving us some tasks, and we were trying to complete those tasks in a specific period of time. And because of that pressure, we actually solved the problems, and in that way we were not in the comfort zone. As you know that, for example, we stuck in some problem. So sometimes we try to struggle, and then after we give up. So in the company, I learned that we need not give up, because I was getting the payment for the learning as well. For example, I was working for 6 months. I mean, getting the training from the company, but company was giving me the stipend. I mean, some amount for my expenses. So you can imagine that if someone is paying you and also teaching you, then you are thinking that yes, this is my responsibility to prepare myself so that I contribute to that company who is investing this much effort, this much amount on me. So in the same way, I did my best. I was doing the coding throughout the day for at least 10 hours. So you can imagine that if you are in front of a computer and for 10 hours you are trying to solve a specific problem, you are connecting with your code. So of course you have a lot of things to learn at that moment. And one best thing was when we had the final project after end of the 6 months. So we had the problem like, for example, we were sitting in between the other people who were senior to us, but the project manager and the reporting head already told them that you should never help us. So in that way, we had the opportunity to solve the problem by your own self, without the help of Google, without the help of the other people. So we were not able to use the Google also. Why? Because in that way we are learning only copy paste, not learning the concepts. So I did the things at the best possible level. I was practicing on W3 school each and every single day, because on that website I was getting some practical exercises. So I was practicing over there, and because of that I was getting some concepts that how things are working. So in that way I was clearing my basic concepts. Then after 6 months we were appointed in separate teams. So in those teams we got the opportunity to work on live projects. So you can imagine that within those 6 months we could not able to get the opportunity to work on live project. So live project means real time website or mobile app. So you can imagine that if you are not capable of solving any problem, then of course the company where you are working, they will even not make you touch the specific project. Why? Because they don't believe on your skills. So first of all, you need to prepare yourself, and then after you will be getting those projects. And as you know that when we got live projects, and we were really happy. Why? Because there are people who were not able to clear the training, and because of that they were not getting the projects. And I was interested to learn new things, like I was always approaching to my reporting head that please give me the tasks which are related to latest technologies. So he was also thinking that yes, if I am interested, then he was also giving me small tasks. Like in the first time when I was appointed in a project, we had the team of 5 or 6 people. So over there I was getting the task, like I had to create a Google graph. So I have to solve that using JavaScript. So somehow I solved within 3 or 4 more days. But yes, that was the important aspect of my life. Why? Because I was afraid of the problems that, for example, I could not able to solve. Then what would happen? But of course I had the fear. In the same time I had the people who were expert in specific technology. So I was taking the help, I was asking the questions. So in that way I got the survival. All right. Otherwise, in most of the cases, if you are in a company and you are not productive, then they fire you. Why? Because you are not giving them the benefit. So for example, they invested 6 months on me, and at the end I'm not giving them the output. Then of course they will fire me, because I don't have that much skill to cope up that situation, to excel myself. All right. Later on I got the project in ReactJs. So since I had the ReactJs project, so I had to clear the basic concepts of JavaScript. So I started learning JavaScript. So someone already told me that this is the trend, where if you are learning JavaScript, then you can maintain both backend and front end, like using Node.js. So I was interested to learn this specific technology. Why? Because in the city where I got placed, so there were very rare people who were known about Node.js. So the demand was high, and at that time about 45,000 was the salary of the people who were aware of Node.js. So you can imagine that I was getting for about 25,000, but the people who were aware of Node.js, they were getting 45,000. So this was the big amount for them at that time. So because of that, I got the inspiration. I started moving ahead. And later on, I also got the project in IONIC React. And we actually had the team of 3 people. And within 1 month, we had to create a mobile application. And that was iOS and Android supported. So that was the best opportunity for me, because in the whole lab, we were only 2 people who were getting the Mac operating system. I mean Mac. We were using Mac, and rest of the people were using Windows or maybe Linux. So I had the first experience in Mac as well. So because client has recommended that we need to use that system. All right. And other than that, I had good communication skill like English. So because of that, when client was I mean explaining the problems, so I was able to understand the problem. So now later on, I also worked on WordPress, Drupal, Laravel, Twig, Codeigniter, and TypeScript also. And then after I also learned Shopify app development, and now I'm working on mobile app development with IONIC React, and I got the project. So the good news is that I got placed in a company that is located in Italy. So this is the best thing for me, because within 3 years I got this opportunity, and this is because of my struggle. Because I know the back-end technologies, I know the front-end technologies, I have the capability to solve the problems. And in front of me, I have a whiteboard, and over there, I have clearly written that I love problems, because I always thought that there is no shortcut. If you want success, then of course you need to solve the problems. So you need to love the problems, and then after the problems would be easier for you. All right. If you are thinking that these are the problems I wanted to ignore, you will never able to ignore. Why? Because you are interested to excel in your life. You are interested to learn a lot. You are interested to earn more. And of course, if you get paid good amount, then of course you had that kind of eagerness that I am getting this amount, this much amount. So of course, if I am solving the problem, then that is the benefit of me itself. So this was the way I started my career. I excelled, and now I got placed in a company that is international company, and I am handling both the back end and front end. And the best thing is that I can troubleshoot the problems very quickly. So this is the plus point of me, because of which the foreigners get attracted towards me. And later on, I will be also making some more videos. There I will be explaining that how I am getting the projects and how you can get the projects too. And this is quite simple. If you are having that kind of perspective, if you are making it more complex, then of course the things would be more complex. So you need to solve. If you are interested to learn the coding, then you have to sacrifice few things. So that is mental pain. You will have the mental pain. Why? Because you're stuck with a small problem, and you are trying to solve, and you have no way to solve. So of course you have to search on the Google, you have to phone call, you have to chat with someone. So in that way, you will be finding somehow the problem, the solution of that problem. And when I was in the company, so we had the project reporting head, and he clearly mentioned that I need solution. I don't know how you will be finding that solution, but needed solution. So you can imagine that if that is a clear thing that he needs the solution, so there is no excuse at all. For example, you are making the excuse, sir, I am not able to solve this problem because I think there is some problem, or maybe something like that. But they will not agree with your excuse. Why? Because this is all about your struggle. This is all about your research. This is all about your knowledge. So you have to take care of all the things, and then after you will cope up with the situation. And of course, your problem solving skill makes you outstanding. Extraordinary performance would be considered only if you solve the problems quickly. And as you know, when you are growing with the coding, then after some time, you will get to know that the problems are much more easier. These are simple. I mean, last night I was solving one problem, and within 20 minutes, I earned $40, 40 US dollars. So you can imagine that within 20 minutes, I solved the problem and got the this much amount. So this is quite simple for me. Why? Because now I am capable of solving all those problems. So last thing is that how I can help you. I have added the link below in the description of my WhatsApp chat, so you can join that group. And we have a lot of people who are already struggling with the coding, who are already expert in the coding. So you can ask the questions to them, and they will be helping you out. Other than that, you can also ask me the question in the comment section, so I will be happy to answer you. And of course, the only way of learning is just focusing on small projects, focusing on solving small problems. So if you are solving the problems, then of course you will have not the direct solution. So at the end you will need it, you will have needed some help. So you need to ask, because much if you are asking more and more, then of course you will be able to find the output little early. Otherwise you are wasting the time. So just go for it. And if you are having any problem, you can ask me anytime. I will be happy to answer you. Whatever I have some projects in which I am working on, but whenever I am getting time, I will be giving you the reply as soon as possible. So make sure that just prepare yourself, because this is the culture of coding. If you know coding, you can get much more opportunities in every aspect. For example, you are in electronics, you are in mechanical, you are in computer science. So everywhere the people are using automation. So you have to learn coding, so that minor things you could able to solve by yourself. For example, you have a website and you wanted to change the color of the button. So one option is that you should solve yourself, and other option is that you hire someone and pay, and then waste your time just communicating with them, and then get solved. So this is a long process. The simple thing is that you must know basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Once you are confident in all these three, then it is quite simple for you to grow. All right. So these are the few things. So I will be happy to answer you if you have any questions. So in the next session, I will be sharing some more experience of mine, that how I learned the things and how I can help you in all the aspects. So I have the practical experience actually. So within 3 years, I have learned a lot. I have done a lot of projects from Fiverr, from direct projects, from freelancer, from other platforms. But now I am capable of having some big projects by my own. So I needed some team also. So I'm looking for the people who can work with me and who could support me, and of course they will get paid. So if you have that kind of skills, you can also share me what is your profile, how you can how you are capable of solving the problems. So just mention in that way, and definitely I will be helping you out. And as you know that I already mentioned you that how I am learning is like I learn on demand. For example, someone has a project and he or she wants to solve any specific problem. For example, someone was having a problem in Chrome extension. So she told me that I needed this kind of Chrome extension. So I just gone through the YouTube and learned lesson, maybe Udemy. And then after I created the dummy app, and then after I created the Chrome extension. So if you are learning on demand, then you will learn much faster. For example, you are thinking that yes, I am interested to learn artificial intelligence. So within 1 year, you may not able to complete that. If you have any specific project or specific problem to solve, which is related to artificial intelligence, then your focus would be more. You will be attracted towards the problem more, and in that way, you could solve that problem. You could learn. You could have extra skills. So these are the things which I had to share. So thank you so much for watching this video, for joining this session. So keep watching, and if you are new on this channel, then subscribe and like this video as well. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.